Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Singapore Sevens. This one, a semi-final between Samoa and Argentina. Now, the game between Great Britain and France is still running, which does mean this matchup for the semis will be about maybe 5 minutes or so away. But looking through at these two sides, certainly both capable enough of not just winning this game, but also winning the whole of the Singapore Sevens competition, although on the other side of the draw, there is New Zealand taking on Fiji. So it's certainly going to be not just an exciting third place playoff game, but also the final just around the corner. Looking through at the Samoan starting side, it will be Va'a, Apilo Maliko, Valvasa Afasua, Taunuu, Nauli Via, Paul Scanlon, Tuna Tuitama, Fa'afoi Falaniko, and Nueli Letufia. Then for the Argentines, it's Hermain Schultz, Luciano Gonzalez, Rodrigo Isgro, Gassion Ravo, a lot of experience in his head, and he is certainly a dangerous one to watch out for. Marcos Maneta, the youngster, ready to go once again for another big matchup, and he has played up against Samoa before, which is something that will certainly build up his confidence. Santiago Verafeld and Joaquin Palandini, the last man in the starting side for the Argentines. Go the Manu says Alafanga, and also OMG Spain could beat South Africa, says Bad to Blaze. And also we have good there. Let's go the Manu, says Selenium, and go the Manu, says Jason. Go the 685, says Scott. And Sebastian says big love Hamish in the chat, just in time for the semis. Yeah, it's going to be a great game when these two sides do go head to head. At the moment, Great Britain are leading in their game over the French, 10 points to 5. That one not too far away from finishing. Like I mentioned, New Zealand versus Fiji on the other side of the draw. The winner of that game will move on to the Singapore Sevens final. The loser will be facing the team that is defeated in this matchup. At the moment, I'm a little bit split on in terms of prediction-wise. In my preview, I said that Samoa would get themselves the victory. The more I think about it, though, the more I know that Argentina are certainly not going to be a side to back down in this contest. They have got themselves a lot of good wins over the last few legs of the Sevens, sitting second in the overall standings. But Samoa, if they want a chance of an automatic Olympic qualification, it will be so important that they do make it through this matchup. Big love, Nate, says Sebastian there as well. Key players, Naulivai, already getting himself the 4 tries throughout the Singapore Sevens, including 2 in one match. Go Samoa, says Mike in there as well. But the big man, Tuna Tuitama, I feel like that physicality, him going head-to-head with Hermain Schultz, will be very entertaining. For Argentina, the fact that they have got Luciano Gonzalez in the starting lineup, you would assume that he hasn't got a serious knee injury. He had a little bit of a hiccup, I guess you could say, at the end of the last game, where his knee did look quite injured. Seems like he is going to be all right for Amalosi. Samoa, says Scott, and the best channel with the Kiwi Lads, and Hamish, says Peter Stowers. And yeah, welcome in, mate. We are covering the final, New Zealand versus Fiji, straight after this one. That will be kicking off at around 8:35, maybe a little bit later, due to this game between Great Britain and France running a bit long. Thanks for the commentary, Hamish. Go the Manu, says Selenium, while the Brits are beating the French. Some things never change, eh? Says Sebastian. Yeah, they're playing very well, Great Britain. I feel like if they didn't come up against New Zealand in their quarterfinals, they had someone like, Uruguay, we saw a great game between them and Great Britain during the group stage. But if they had come up against someone else in the quarterfinals, perhaps they could have made it a little bit further in the competition. Go Tuitama and the team, says Alafanga. But do let me know in the predictions or in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, how many runs, we're not playing cricket, not yet anyway, the Ashes just around the corner, what you think the score will be in this matchup. I believe in my prediction, I went with a score of 17 points to 12 in favour of the Samoans, and up the British. Great Britain 17-12 with a few seconds left. 15 seconds remaining on the clock for that game. Then it is straight into this match between Samoa and Argentina. Pumas all the way. What do you think, Hamish, says Kevin? It's a tricky one because Samoa, they had a brilliant win earlier on in their group stage match for the Singapore Sevens, and that was actually up against Fiji. They were able to beat them for the first time in 15 matches. So the Samoans will certainly feel some sort of confidence going in, although their last match up against Uruguay, at times it did seem like it had been going right down to the wire, although those last few minutes, Samoa stood up and managed to find their second win, which is exactly what they'll need in this game. I don't see Argentina tiring in this match too much at all. I think it's going to be a match of full 14 minutes, fast-paced, hard-hitting rugby with a few offloads thrown in there as well. 18-16 in favour of Argentina, says Kevin there. And Los Pumas by 5. Says Sebastian, I had a sinking feeling when you backed Samoa. Hamish says, Moose, although the video that we did for Fiji versus Samoa, in that preview, we also backed the Samoans to get themselves the victory. So unless it is to do with playoff games that I jinxed them rather than group stage matches, we might be all right. Marcos Manetta, player to watch, says Blues nay, and that will be full-time Great Britain beating France. So Great Britain finished 5th. That will be the next semi-final that's coming up just around the corner. It will be Great Britain playing off for 5th place. France, I don't believe they have got another game now. Boulevaraki, everyone, says WMS. Welcome in once again, mate. Hope you are keeping well. Hope you're excited for this game. I should mention that the final will be taking place at about 11:30 p.m. New Zealand time tonight, which does give these two sides approximately 3 hours or so to be able to mentally and physically prepare for a very big occasion. It's just superstitious. Don't take it personal, man, says Moose. And also, hello, Samoa, says Scott. And let's go, Samoa, says WMS. Samoa, Argentina, both undefeated up till this point in the Sevens competition, including, like I mentioned, that big win for the Samoans over the Fijians. Argentina, they have been able to beat Ireland, also beating the Japanese. And then in their quarterfinal, able to beat the Australians, which is quite a big win under their belt. Quickly reading through the starting lineups again for anyone who is just tuning in. Va'a, Pilo Maliko, Afasua, Nuulivaya, Paul Scanlon, Tuna Tuitama, Falaniko, and Letufea. The Samoan starting side. Then for the Argentines, it will be Jermaine Schultz, Gonzalez, Rodrigo Isgro, Raval, Marcos Manetta, Vedderfeld, and Palandini, the last man and the starting side. Samoa winning 24 points to 14 and 17 to 14 in favour of the Samoans, as Nate's prediction there as well. So the Samoans in their quarterfinal, they did have Uruguay, side that they were going head-to-head with. Sion Raval gets the fist bump from Mornay Ferreira, in charge of this game, his 67th on the World Rugby Sevens circuit. And can we just take a moment to clap for Spain over their win on South Africa? Says Panzer Blaze, it's a massive win. But Spain are one of those sides that as we get a few more years or a few more months down the Sevens track, I think we'll find that Spain continue to progress and might find themselves one day pushing for that top 8. I know currently they're in that playoff zone of maybe getting relegated. They can pull off a big win every once in a while, same as Uruguay. And now Argentina kicking off a fellow South American side. Nicely taken by the Samoans just outside of their 22. Tuna Tuitama. Now the big run goes straight up the middle. I think he's going to be able to score this here. And Tuna Tuitama in 14, 15, 16 seconds going to get the first try of the match for Samoa. That is a dream start to the contest, as they will have an easy kick for the post. But Tuna Tuitama, his 3rd try in the Sevens circuit so far in Singapore, that is. Great take from Letufea off the kickoff. Then Tuna Tuitama just broke through the line. And Casio Raval, the missed tackle. Jermaine Schultz was never catching Tuna Tuitama. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen. Samoa with the 7-0 lead. Now goal kicking needs to come through here, says Selenium. And give them a clap, Betty, says Sebastian. That's great for Spain, says Kevin. Our Malo boys, says Scott. But Tuna Tuitama, 3 tries, 3 line breaks so far throughout the Singapore Sevens. And hi, Hamish Blues, Nate, Pets Blaze, hope all as well, says David. It is indeed exciting times at the moment in the Sevens. We've got 4 very talented sides in these semi-final matchups. Now Samoa, they will be kicking this one off. Only took them, like I mentioned, about that 20-second mark to score the first try of the semi-final. That will be a knock-on, I believe, from Nuulivaya. So Argentina now with the ball just inside of their own 22. It will be Marcos Manetta looking to the short side. Didn't quite have the space that he would have liked. Rodrigo Isgro tries to duck under the challenge of Paul Scanlon. Now back across to the left-hand side. Luciano Gonzalez now skipping nicely. Afasua drags him down. The penalty goes again in favour of Los Pumas. I will say 4 best teams in the semi-final, says Pats Blaze, and big love, brother David. Says Sebastian, massive applause for Spain. Said, no, Argentina have not lost a cup semi-final this season. Currently sitting 3 from 3, and the sides that they have beaten in those semi-finals it's quite an impressive list, just like Argentina's wins that they have been able to get throughout the rest of the season as well. Letufea, he got over the ball, but I believe it was due to Tuna Tuitama also having his hand in there. They decided he was the second man going in. Next to Tuitama more. Says Alafanga now nicely pass across Gassion Ravo. 30 metres out from the line. Big run from Pellandini, dropping Paul Scanlon down. Jermaine Schultz across to Ravo. Now Marcos Maneta comes up with the ball out on the wing. Ravo going back across now to the left-hand side. Jermaine Schultz, massive fin there. Now nice work from Pilo Maleko in the breakdown to win the penalty. A little bit of afters as well. Wasn't quite on the mark, but the referee does allow it. Quick shot, boom, from Argentina. And now kicked in behind from Los Pumas. Retreating is Tuna Tuitama. Now trying to straighten. Running close to the touchline. It looks like maybe there is an injury for Pellandini a little bit here, but he is trying to get back to his feet, of course. Even if there's an injury, you're still a man down for that time that he is on the turf. Now Oliveira, nice carry. Letufea now back across to the right, still inside of their own 22. Here for Samoa, considering the wide cutout pass, and now they do go across to Valvasa. Afasua, wrestled down by Luciano Gonzalez. American football style throw. Back across field again from Samoa. Both sides just trying to keep this alive, not wanting it to go into the breakdown, as that is when the danger zone does commence. Now Tuna Tuitama once again on a break around. Going through Rodrigo Isgro, knock on from, I believe it was Oliveira, who wasn't quite able to hang on. In fact, it would have been Letufea. Interception pass thrown, but they'll go back for the original knock-on advantage in favor of Argentina. Could have been another try for the Samoans there. I'm saying this now, Singapore has been the best so far with these upset wins and stuff, says Bads Ablaze. Yeah, it's been very hard competition to predict. At the moment, Samoa, they have had some big wins, like even the fact that their upset win over Fijians, as much as people don't like to say that's an upset, last 15 times the two sides have played, every time it has gone in favor of Fiji until now, when they were able to get themselves the 28 points to 7 victory, which isn't just a little bit in favor of the Samoans. That is a large win. Now Pellandini, putting the ball in for the Pumas, sitting about 30 meters out from the line. Now rolling back, Pellandini going to the short side. Jermaine Schultz gets the inside ball. Almost a little knock on the ground, but the referee says play on. Raval now going across to Marcos Maneta. Still inside of their own half here, the Pumas. It has been a tough day for them to be able to make meters in this game so far. But now Marcos Maneta, a player who can certainly do so. He's done the chip and chase. He's been able to catch it, but Valvasa, in fact, it was I almost said Milani Matavao. He's not playing in this one, but Argentina, the ball's still available for them. Luciano Gonzalez will get the try there. And that will make the score that little bit closer in this fixture. It's their first real chance inside of the 22. Fourth try for Luciano Gonzalez. Be careful, Samoa, says WMS. And also Samoa has a win record this season against New Zealand, says Chris Sayre. That is true. They've been doing very well. Finding themselves in 7th at the moment in the overall rankings of Samoans. Kiwis sitting in first by quite some margin. So always an impressive win when they get it over the Kiwis. And who can forget that Cape Town Sevens final as well, when it was absolutely pouring down with rain. We didn't get to see the first half of that contest due to the power at the ground. I think it went out or something along those lines. They weren't able to get the coverage working. That is going to now make the score 7 points to 5 with the misconversion. 1 minute remaining on the clock for the first half. Over there, Kiwi lads, good evening to you all. 8:24 p.m. here in New Zealand. I like Samoa to win, but Argentina are no mugs, says David the Mod. Exactly right. Both of these sides on their given day could win the whole Sevens league. But it's a question of who will be the victor in this match, and then they have to face New Zealand or Fiji in their next contest. So it just gets that little bit harder when it's the next leg of the Rugby Sevens after Singapore. and one of the New Zealand girls playing against these, Kevin. So I believe we've got about a month, and then we do head up north, I believe, is the next leg they are having. I think it's Toulouse, if I'm not wrong, in about 28 days. I'll quickly check that, though, at halftime. Now, it's going to be fed in by Noelle Letufia. Ball rolls out the back nicely now, going to the left-hand side. Nice stepping work there from Paul Scanlon. Now back across to the right. Vauwasa Afasua does the kick in behind. Actually, a little bit of a different tactic for the Samoans. They don't go to the kick too often, and maybe they should, depending on how this works out. Luciano Gonzalez picks the ball up for Los Pumas. Going to be the halftime siren. Now they've got to make the decision. Do they want to have one last crack, or do they want to kick the ball into touch? He's forced almost into touch, but he's thrown the ball back inwards. So it is play on, but Samoa able to take that ball back. Letufia now going across. Quick hands from the Samoans. Now, Nauli via inside ball. Fa'afoi Falaneko gets through, and it backfired for Los Pumas. They wanted one last crack, and it didn't quite work out that way. Instead, it was only the Los Pumas side who were conceding for the final moments, and Samoa, who did get their last attack. And Milani should be playing. Is he injured? I believe he is. He was originally, he came back for 2 legs ago, I think it was, but then didn't really get to play. And now he is left out of their squad. I assume that is going with someone instead who was a bit more match fit and is going to be able to give them those 14 minutes if needed. Ball slammed down, though. He did score that one for Afoi Falaneko. Very happy with that. And that will be halftime now. 14 points to 5 in favour of the Samoans. So probably a little bit more in favour of the Samoans than some would have anticipated. True says Blues Nate. A nice Falaneko. So yeah, the next leg in the Sevens circuit is going to be taking place. We'll go here. We'll go to the calendar. Next leg is going to be, Toulouse, except it is in 32 days rather than 28. And then the leg after that is going to be in London. That is on the 20th and 21st of May. Toulouse on the 12th to the 14th of May. So actually a 3-day competition, and that overlaps with the Women's Sevens. Then that will be their last leg. No Sevens to May in Toulouse. There's Brandon. But so far, Samoa, they have made 7 tackles, missing 1. Argentina, they have made 2 tackles. They have missed 8. So not exactly the best numbers for Los Pumas when it comes to their defensive stats so far. Still a nail biter every time these two play, says Mus. Yeah, if Argentina score right at the start of the second half, like they certainly do have the capabilities of doing, then the last moments of this contest are going to be very nerve-wracking for the two sides. The big difference here at the moment for me is the fact that Argentina missed their conversion, because theoretically Argentina score now, maybe they score again after, and Samoa do the same. It'll all come down to whether or not Samoa are able to convert that last try that they get, or else maybe Argentina will go down by 2 points, which I think someone predicted Argentina to lose by 3, if I'm not wrong. 17 points to 14, I believe, was that prediction. But Fiji, they will be playing New Zealand in only 10 minutes' time for the other side of the semi-finals. We will be covering that one on the channel as well. So how many more legs left, Hamish, for the men? They have got 2 more legs after this one, Toulouse and London, and then it is all decided from there. And then the women, they have just got Toulouse, which is coming up in those 30 days' time. There we go. We'll go like this. Now ready to go. It's going to be the second half now getting underway. Palandini has the ball for Argentina. Trying to keep the possession is the comment from the Argentine coach. Fair enough. They didn't quite get enough of it in that first half. Nice break and run here, though, from Rodrigo Isgro. Just jogging up the middle of the park, trying to find that next passing option. Luciano Gonzalez. Now another big fend. Tuero from Gonzalez. Now going wide. Out to Verefeld. Now 45 meters out. Cheers, everyone, for joining the stream. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, says Sebastian. Yeah, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be back for the final and also the third place final. It is taking place at around 11 p.m. tonight. Looks like Luciano Gonzalez is still having those troubles with the knee, like I mentioned a bit earlier on. Samoa have not lost when leading at halftime since Dubai versus the USA, and that was 26 games ago. The Samoa are on quite the winning streak of their own when they are leading at halftime. Now, that is leading from anywhere from 2 points to 20. They are able to keep those leads. The question is, though, with Argentina building here, maybe that lead might start to go a little bit thinner. Now will be Agassion Ravo. Gonna throw the ball in for Amalorsi, boys, says Tatsi, and let's go, boys, says Lafayette. Thrown in, stolen by the Samoans. Only 15 metres out from their line, so a good time to get the turnover. Now, it's going to be Fa'afoe Falaniko. Driven backwards once again there. 10 metres out from their own line now. No Levi. Argentina, if they can get... Oh, they got the penalty. What I was going to say is if they can get the turnover here, but a penalty is one better now. Quickly taken by Los Pumas. Numbers on the outside. Skip pass out into the hands of Rodrigo Isgro. And the Argentines now get themselves up to the 10 points, or do they? They want to check this one. Is it for a forward pass? Maybe. Oh, no, checking the grounding. Nah, that's fine. Rodrigo Isgro slams the ball down. He did look confused when they said they were going upstairs for it. And also, if Argentina is not playing a sweeper, Samoa should chance their arm. Says Moose, and also we want to see the game, not to see you. Says Miri Walesi. Your best option to be able to watch the game is going on the World Rugby Sevens website. And then from there, you will be able to see exactly where to watch, depending on what country you're in. Depending on where you are, it may be free to be able to watch through their website. So I do highly recommend checking out that. But yeah, there are other options other than seeing our face. Oh, that one's hit the crossbar and has ended up bouncing over the top. So that will now make the score 12 points for Argentina. Samoa sitting 14 on the board. And there we go. The Pumas are making this interesting. And who won in the other semi-final has not happened yet, but Fiji versus New Zealand coming just around the corner. That's going to be nicely taken by Va'a. Apilomaliko. Now it's the line break for Samoa. I don't think they're going to be able to catch him, but Marcos Maneta forces him to the corner, which may mean that this kick is going to be a very tricky one. I want to see Hamish, says Brandon. Use a VPN and pretend you are in Belgium like I do, says Mus. So that is another very good option for being able to watch it. And then you can watch it directly through the World Rugby Sevens website. And you'll be able to do that not just for this league, but also for all of the leagues in the future. Pilo Maliko, he made Marcos Maneta smile because he decided to stick his tongue out at him. And Maneta couldn't help having a bit of a laugh. It's so deadly with so little possession. And how are we doing today? Says Bucks doing very well. Thank you, mate. The kick is unsuccessful from the Samoans, and that now makes the score 19 points to 12. Argentina one converted try away in this matchup. Last go Samoa, says Johnny there. 3 minutes 20 remaining on the clock. Both sides have decided to make a change or two by the looks of it. Some brilliant players coming off the bench, such as a Poeti Slater, who is now out there on the field for Samoa alongside Motu Opitai. Another change that they have made. Now going to the left-hand side, Los Pumas just inside. Now moving outside of that 22, Rodrigo Isgro passes back across to Marcos Maneta. Wide cut-out pass, risky, very risky for them, and it's going to be a knock-on from Los Pumas, the advantage in favour of Samoa. Pilo Maliko trying to step his way through, finds the offload on the outside. Tanuili Vaya. He's already scored himself 4 tries. He's gone into touch. Did they use too much of their advantage? They did, so it is now going to be a Pumas line-out throw for Amalosi, boys. And there as well says La Philly. And also we have got there, let's go, Manu, says Sandy. And also I want to see Samoa and Fiji. Sorry, Samoa fan, I want to see Fiji win, says Brandon. And there is a chance that is how the final could be set up here between top 4 sides. Argentina versus New Zealand for 3rd place would be the other side of that draw if that was how it did match up. But this game, so far, it's been a relatively close one. I feel like there's still another chance for Argentina to be able to possibly get a try here, which is why Samoa, if they get that opportunity, need to close out this game with a try of their own. Argentina made 15 offloads in their Cup quarterfinal versus Australia. They made 13 total on day one, so certainly trying to keep that ball alive, and I believe that will be the tactic in this matchup against the Samoans as well. But Palandini now passes across just inside of their own 22 now. Palandini receives it again on the wraparound. Wrestled down to the ground was a Graziano. Now Jermaine Schultz, the big Argentine. Samoa able to handle him. Still 22 meters out from their own line here. Argentina though. Another nice run from Elizalde. Of course, if this game is tied at the end of 14 minutes, they do go to extra time in this match. Luciano Gonzalez, though, and he has the goal of being able to do so, just fending off Tuna Tuitama. He's wrestled down, though, 5 meters out from the line for Argentina. 90 seconds remaining. Great counteract there from the Samoans, and the penalty goes the way of Samoa for not rolling away against Los Pumas. And are you covering Samoa next, mate, says Brandon? We will be covering whoever wins this game, whether it is win or loss. We will be covering both sides' next matchups, which are going to be taking place at around 11 p.m. and 11:30 p.m. New Zealand time. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It is hugely appreciated. You guys all being here. I should mention, due to the copyright, we are not able to show any match footage, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, if we were to show any match footage, we would get taken straight off YouTube, unfortunately. That is for a 3-month time, which is quite a long time in the Sevens world, which means we would miss Toulouse and London as well. Did not expect it to go this way, says Kerr. At the moment, Samoa, they've just been doing extremely well, keeping Argentina, I want to say, out of the Samoan 22. That's the main thing. Territory-wise, has been working quite well for Samoa, but they have got the talent to be able to score a late try here, and perhaps that would put the icing on the cake and book themselves a spot through to that next final. But it's thrown in. Paul Scanlon, nicely taken. Penalty goes the way of the Samoans. 50 seconds remaining. Do you have a BF, says Cabaret? I assume you're meaning boyfriend, not best friend. I do not have one of those. No, I had a girlfriend. She's now not in the picture. Which sounds dodgy, doesn't it? It sounds like I took her out, but no, not literally. 30 seconds remaining. 7 points difference at the moment on the board for the Argentines. They are down. You can see the nervous faces of the bench. They know that they are not going to be able to make a change unless, of course, there's some sort of injury to get Marcos Maneta back out on the field. It's going to be reliant on who is out there now. And go the Manu, says Dela. That's going to be not straight. In fact, yeah, it is not straight from Samoa. All they had to do was to be able to retain that line out, put the ball into touch, and that would have been the end of the game. But now Argentina, converted try, we go to golden point time, ladies and gentlemen. If Argentina are unable to score or unable to convert their try, if they do get one, the Samoans will be making their way through to the final. Now Argentina feeding the ball in, sitting 30 meters out from their line, going across to the right-hand side here. Nice bit of stepping from the number 2, Vera Feld. Now, Jermaine Schultz has the ball in hand. Wide cut out pass to Luciano Gonzalez. His knee is struggling, but has he got enough left in the tank? Big shot coming in there from the Samoans. Nice step from Palandini. Now another offload, this time to Luciano Gonzalez again. Wrestled down. Palandini looking for the ball in the breakdown, able to find it, going off to the left now for Los Pumas. Trying to go straight through 3 Samoan players. Didn't quite work out, but now the gap starts to open up. Vetterfeld, ball on the outside. Going to be one of the young players who have come off the bench. I believe that is going to be Lazazu. In fact, Graziano, sorry. Now 40 meters out from the line. Numbers to this right-hand side. Luciano Gonzalez, one more pass. Alvarez knows, though, that he has to cut back inwards. They need to make it an easy kick, and they're certainly going to do just that. The Samoans stopping him half a meter from the line, round the side. Samoa fighting for everything they can. 1 meter from their own line. That may have just been a try, but I think there's a chance that it was just held up. I'm not sure whether or not they got this down. It was on the far side of the post. We're going to need another camera angle. If Argentina scored, it's an easy conversion. He reached round the side here. Did he get the ball down on the line? Oh, he certainly did. That ball is on the try line. We are going to golden point time, ladies and gentlemen, in this contest, which does mean we need to quickly rearrange our other stream for 5 minutes later. It was actually supposed to start 5 minutes ago. So we will be going for about 8:45 now. Hope they missed the conversion. All I can tell you is it's one of the simplest conversions that Argentina could have to take. And are you taking the possible, mate? I assume that went to maybe taking the piss, mate. Maybe if I'm not wrong, from Fuamatu, and also bloody. So it was corrected. Yeah, the kick is successful. Golden point time, Argentina now. That kid is frustrated, throwing his drink bottle down on the ground. He said that this game has frustrated him more than not being able to drink a beverage. Semi-final action. Why do they always do this? In the big games, in the moments where it matters, Argentina managed to step up every single time. Maria said hi in the chat. Welcome in, Maria. You've come in at a perfect time. We're going to golden point time between these two sides. The coin toss is taking place. The two coaches get to decide, first of all, who's receiving the kickoff, and then the opposition coach gets to decide what distance they would like to go. Now, I have to say, the stadium has a roof. It also has lights, so I don't think a different direction's really going to make that much difference. And yes, RG, my team, says Dion there, and only needed to kick those conversions. I'll win that line out, says Moose. I mentioned about it, that misconversion for the Samoans, the misconversion for Argentina. I thought it may have been the thing that came back to backfire in this contest, but in fact, they still were able to fight back. It looks like Gatsiano, he's trying to calm down his whole side. He's saying, boys, settle down. Everyone's talking. They had about 4 different men giving the pep talk. 17 tackles made by the Samoans, 10 missed. Argentina making a lot less tackles, but also still missing the 10 points. When does the blitz box play again? Says Mariso. Because they lost to Spain, they actually don't have another match in the Sevens, unfortunately. So next game will be in 32 days' time in Toulouse for the blitz box, but we will more than likely be covering that one when it does a roll around. Come on, Manu Samoa, says Blues Nate. Anyone who is unaware of what golden point means that since it was a draw at the end of regular time, first point on the board during this extra time period, that team goes through to the final. The team who miss out in golden point time will be going through to the bronze final, playing off the third. But I should also mention, last time these two sides went to golden time, Argentina were the victors because Samoa made a crucial error with a simple mistake that then led to Argentina being able to get it at the end. So that is something to think about. Samoans, I don't know whether or not that will still be in the back of their mind. Now Argentina, they will be kicking off long. In fact, they decide to go short instead and slap back, but it has gone out on the full. So that will now mean that Samoa from the halfway line can take the quick tap. It looks like it will be Tuna Tuitama who will be taking this one. So they have 5 minutes of extra time. If anyone scores, they win. Looks like Samoa are going to be going for the scrum feed. Anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We could not have predicted that this game was going to end up going this way of golden point time, but it's certainly been an entertaining one. Both sides having great moments throughout it. And yeah, there's a spot on the final up against either New Zealand or Fiji on the line. So the thing is, it's going to be a very hard game here. And then you've got to go on in 2 hours and play the final, or 2.5 or so. Ball bounces out the back. Available now for the Samoans, going off to the right-hand side. Nice bump off there from Owen Nui. Throws it on the inside, but gives it off to Marcos Maneto, who's actually made his way back out onto the field. I'm not sure how that worked. He had already been taken off, so maybe rolling subs because of golden point. Little bit of a mistake there, but it's a knock-on from Samoa first, and they'll be going back for the scrum again. Even a drop kick is a win. What says Selenium? Yep, golden point time. Any points that you manage to score for yourself, you win. So you could win a penalty from 15 meters out, drop kick it, and you win the game. You could have a drop kick that you line up from 40 meters out. And if it goes over, you will be victorious. So nervous times for both of these sides. It is moments like these that I love the fact that I am impartial, because I know that there'll be a lot of heartbeats racing at the moment, seeing these two sides in action during golden point time. 3 minutes remaining of this first period of the golden point stages. Marcos Maneta well taken down by the Samoan defense. Now Argentina still with the ball in hand. Rodrigo Isgro taken down low via Pilomaliko trying to counter ruck and end up successful. Now Graziano Goes across to Alvarez, Makosa Mineta. Now Gonzalez again, looping around. Nice work here from Argentina. They're now starting to open up with the space on the outside. Palandini goes to Rodrigo Isgro, looking for the inside ball. Manages to find it. Another offload from Argentina. Los Pumas. Nice offload to Marcos Mineta. Can he crush the Samoans' hearts? He sure can. And it will be the try for Argentina. They will be making their way through to yet again another Sevens final. And they will win this game 24 points to 19. Well, that's about as close as it gets in a game, ladies and gentlemen. Could have easily gone either way. But once again, in golden point time, the Argentines, they keep their composure. And Samoa, you can see the disappointment on the side's face. Marcos Mineta. Now, I don't remember if it was him last time who made his way through and scored that golden point try. But he has now managed to do it for Los Pumas. 24 points to 19 at the end of this contest, ladies and gentlemen. Coach, you can see the emotion on his face. He was fist pumping big time. In Argentina, now they are awaiting to find out who they will be going head-to-head with in the final. It will either be New Zealand or it will be Fiji. But Samoa, they are going to be facing up against the side that does finish second in that next game, or does lose their next game, I should say as well. But thank you all very much for tuning into this live stream. We are popping straight over to our next stream, so be sure to check in for that one as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more sevens coming up in the near future, plenty more action for these two sides as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all for the next one.